Hello everyone, it's Animation 4. Welcome back to some more TechnodeFirmaCraft. So, in the last episode, we made a bunch of machines. They're still there. Today, wow. Today, we're going to work some more on this building. So, I've been thinking about what I want to do for the walls. And although I do really like how the hemp crate looks, it's a pain in the butt to get. Every block of hemp crate is five clay balls, four straw, and half of industrial hemp. So yeah, making the whole thing out of hemp crate, not a good idea. What I do like though is if I use the shale bricks as kind of a base, and then I throw in the hemp crate as kind of, out of place tiles. So let me just see if I can give you a quick demonstration of what I mean. Just grab some of these. Like maybe we'll have some hemp crate here. Just give it some unevenness. I don't know. I'll look at it a little bit. Something like that. In terms of the floor, I still like the infernal brick and abyssal blocks around the outside. But I was looking at the beach block. It's too square. It's too tiley. Like it's all tiles. So I was playing around with some blocks that aren't quite tiles in some of the color schemes I like. And I know I said quartzite mud bricks go with nothing. They kind of work here. I'm not gonna lie, they kind of work here. Because they have like a slight hint of purple while being a dark brown. So they match with this and that. So it blends nice. So I kind of like it. Of course, what I can do is I could have something different for the inner ring and the outer ring. Quarried stone is way too bright. This fitted sandstone, I don't think is too bad. This, I don't know, it's not horrible. Like, none of these are horrible, but none of them really stand out as being amazing. I know, I'll make up my mind. So we got to work on this. We got to get power over to here and start, like, producing stuff. So, in terms of power to this thing, because it's going to need a lot of power. This is where most of my heavy processing is going to be done. It's going to need its own power system. I would like to have it connected, but it doesn't have to be. But it's going to need power. And I don't have enough power to support it right now, because most of my power is going to keeping my food cool. So there are a few ways we have of generating power. First is through Mechanism. Mechanism has some power generators. And last episode, I made a solar generator. I didn't show it, but I showed like me crafting it, but I didn't show it in use. It provides a little bit of power. It's like right over there. If I could just exit the menu. It's like, you can't see it from here. I'm using it to generate power. There's the advanced solar generator, which is basically just four of them combined, I think. I'm pretty sure it produces 4 times the output. At least that's be my guess. There's the wind generator, which when I started this pack had the default recipe, but it has since been nerfed and is a lot more expensive now. Mainly the fact that it takes these two flawless plus gems on top of an elite control circuit. Not impossible, but expensive. But it does produce a decent amount of RF per tick, depending on height. We also have immersive engineering for power gen. We have the improved windmill already. That's up there. I don't want to have to build another one of these because it took a long time. We can do a water wheel though. Water wheel right here. These generate power from falling water. I haven't looked into these. I know a lot of people use this for power. That's why I was trying to stay away from it. But I might want to look into doing this. I believe you get more power the further the water's falling. I might be wrong about that. But I think you can just line them up. Like have like a few water wheels in a line and the kinetic generator at the end. And it'll generate power based on the amount of water wheels. In which case, And I can build a little waterfall back here. Maybe a floating island with a waterfall falling off. Just to be a little different. I mean, what's Minecraft without a floating island? Even if it's trying to be realistic. So, got a little bit more work to do here. I'm going to figure out what I want to do with the floor. Then we can start moving into machines. Once the machines are in, it's power time. Alright, so let me show you what I found with regards to the water wheels. First thing, height, it don't matter. How high the water's falling makes no difference. There was a mod, TerraFirmaCraft, I think, that had water wheels, and however far the water was falling made a difference. This doesn't matter. So I tested it with different heights, it was doing the same thing. What does matter is how much you're actually hitting with the water. So you see this wheel right here, the water's falling, and it's turning it just on this one side. The second wheel, the water's falling, but then it's also flowing across the ground, and that's turning it on two sides. And you can get this block here by just placing a block right there. That'll get this water block right here, which does help a little bit. So this last one is actually flowing on three sides, starting up here, going across the top, down this side, and back around. The only one it's not flowing across is this upward side. And this one is producing the most power out of all of them. You can see this one's slowly trickling up. This one's going much faster. So this is like, this is probably the nicest way to do it, because this kind of looks ugly. But this is much, much better just having it flow across there. And you can look at this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is about 30% faster, at least. And then on every kinetic dynamo, you can actually have 3 water wheels. This one, the center one's obviously not going to turn, but you can have 3 water wheels on one kinetic dynamo. I don't think it'll actually work if this one isn't turning, though. So, go. Make direction. Stop doing that. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Water's fun. They're all turning. Yeah. So that's going to be the plan, probably. 3 water wheels. According to the wiki, you could get up to 88 RF per tick on 3 water wheels. Which is good. It's a good start. Probably going to end up expanding a little bit more, but that's the plan. Alright, so this is my general idea for the water wheels. Got them in a nice cage. The water's not in yet, but it will be. Oh, shoot. Can't see it now. Yeah, so just sticking out on the side. I got 3 wheels in there. And enough space for the water to flow underneath. I like having this frame here, but I also want to be able to see inside of it, so I know why there's this extrusion on the side of the building. So what I have is iron bars. I'm not sure how it's going to look with the water, though, because I don't have a water bucket on me. The water is not going to flow all the way up. There's going to be this gap of air. I'm not sure if that's going to look good or not. If it doesn't, I'll just be replacing it with some sort of stained glass. So let me grab some water from over here. Could dump it on and just see how it looks. I am going to have to block off some of the sections because there are some points where the water can just fall off. So I'll use some temporary blocks to stop that from happening. I should probably get water. Water would be helpful for placing down water. It's going to be flowing this way, so I need blocks here, and blocks here. I need a block there. No, a block there would cause it to not work. Yeah, see, it's stuck. How did I do this before? I think I actually started the water here. Okay, let me put... I gotta remember how I did this. I think maybe just start the water here. So I can put a block there, and that's fine. So I start the water here, then it'll flow around, down and under, and make a nice spinning wheel. Yeah, see, you see that air block. It doesn't look like it's, I don't know. I don't like it. Probably using stained glass. But yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And there's no dynamo right now, but there will be one soon. So I played around with it a little bit. Turns out I do like the bars. They look really nice. So here it is. 3 water wheels spinning inside a closed chamber. They seem to be spinning at a pretty even rate. Like, none of them seem to be getting faster than the others. So all I gotta do now is, first of all, find where that block is. It should be right here. Yeah. Drop a dynamo right here. And then from there, I have what should be about 88 RF per tick to run through these walls. And if I want to expand it further, I'll just drop it on the other side or something. But I do think this looks pretty nice. You could see its purpose. You could see it functioning. And it kind of matches the overall theme of the building. So now I gotta place this in here so it's facing the right direction. And then place the wheel in. And then get out without drowning. Easy. So easy. Alright, I got some basic energy necessities, mainly an energy cube and some cable. So there we go. We are now getting some power. Looks like 50 RF a tick. That's not a lot. I must have done something a little different. Maybe the water is supposed to be over one more. I don't know. But 50 RF a tick is still pretty good for power. It will charge up my batteries, and whenever I need it, I'll be able to do stuff. If I remove this, does bad stuff happen? Not really. I'll just leave it at that. So from here, we now get to run cables underground, mainly to those 2 big machines. Are gonna be the first stops. I think this would be enough. I'm pretty sure it will. So all I need is a saw, we can start carving away at the floor. Ha! Got my saw. So the cables are going to be running underground. I'm not going to know exactly where they are because I don't really have an exact layout. I might do have them just follow this, like have a square of cables here so I know where to connect to real easily. However, for these two machines here, which I actually don't see a power port for, so I'm not sure if there actually is one. Like, where do I plug in power? Do I plug it on the top? Oh, please tell me I don't do the top. That'd be no fun. I don't want to plug it on the top. I can't see. Yeah, there's the port up there. Is there one underneath? It'd be so much nicer if there was one underneath. There is one underneath. Okay, that's good news. So this cable right here should connect. Yes, it does. All right. So the cable is going to run here to here. Start off running through this square and going this way. And the good thing about the way I have this set up now is when I want to add more storage, I just add more energy cubes here and have this cable branch off, because this is kind of the in-between buffer. So this cable comes down around. I don't need these dirt blocks, not there. And just like that. So I should be able to... Oh, disabled side config. I think this is the bottom. Set that to output. And there you go. This is getting some power. To hide these cables, I probably only need just one of these blocks. Saw up one of these and just add some covers here and here. This one gets its power through the... I thought it was through the back. Does it get it through right here? No, this is where you could put a redstone switch to turn it on and off. That's right. Here, no. So you can see how much I use these. I totally know where all the power goes. This is the output, so that's not it. Somewhere on the back? Question mark? No? Where'd it be underneath? I actually have absolutely no idea. I'm going to check underneath. Power. Where do you go? Not under there. Maybe it's just on. No. Oh, it's right here. Found it. Okay, is there one of these underneath also? Also as well. There is not. Okay, so this one does have to be powered from the top. And there's no real easy way to make that look good. With power coming up from the ground, there's no easy way to get it up to the ceiling while making it look good. So what I'm going to do is the power's still going to follow this line. It'll go this way and around. I'm going to branch it off this way. Through here. Over one. This is where it is. And then it's going to go up through the wall. I'm hungry, so I'm mining slow. And connect there. So here. Under here. Underwear. And right there. And there you go. The crusher is now getting some power. Cut up an infernal block. And hide the cable. And that's how easy it is to power things. And it looks really nice, especially since you can't see it. So that's what I'm going to be doing for this whole building. I'm going to be saving these covers in between so I don't have to remake some, hopefully. And it should be pretty good. These vertical ones are annoying because you have to do both sides, but not hard. So here we go, a powered crusher and a powered industrial squeezer. And of course, now that they have power, we can start using them to make the hop graphite electrodes? No. Electrodes. Hop graphite ingot. Electrode, yeah. Those things. Another quick note. To get it out of the wall, use hollow covers. It looks so nice. So pretty. So let's take a quick look at how these work. First of all, do not fall into the crusher, especially when it is on. That's weird. Because otherwise, that happens to you. You don't want to be in there for that. You can actually throw it all in, so I'm just gonna... It's kind of annoying that that disappears because it looks so cool. It spits out the coke dust. And then just in here, I believe. It's like this only uses 10 RF a tick. So I think that's the best way to figure it out. If you look at the total, it's being constantly repowered, but the power is coming in after it's using it. So it's 10 RF down because 10's being used before it's being refilled. Kind of like how you see this, 50's appearing before it's being pulled into the cube, so we're generating 50. So there is a hop graphite dust. Throw this into the blast furnace because we do not have an arc furnace yet, and you'll get a hop graphite ingot. Then there's a few more steps before we can get the electrode. First of all, we need 4 of them. Then we need an engineer's blueprint, which takes a black steel, 2 of the dust, 3 lapis, and 3 paper. So that's a lot of coal coke, considering this one took 8. So each one of these, this takes 8, and one of these makes 4. 4 of these makes 1. So each of these electrodes is 32 coal coke. So it's a lot. But we got 1 down. So that's going to do it for this episode. We got quite a bit done. Got power to this thing. Got this building established a little bit. Got power running to it. Its own sustainable power source. And we have some processing being done. There's so much space in this. I'm gonna have a hard time actually filling it, but I'm sure I'll find a way. The arc furnace itself is gonna be massive. It's gonna take up like this whole corner probably. So yeah, next episode we'll continue our processing. I gotta throw in like a stack of coal into the coke oven here. Stop throwing in logs. I gotta throw in coal. Get some coal coke. And yeah. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one as I mindlessly continue to do daily activities. Say bye to doodles. Bye.